Hi, this video instruction on how to format a list of tables and list of figures is brought to you by TWU's Graduate School. The process of creating a list of tables and a list of figures is similar in many ways to Word's Table of Contents feature. In order to create your list, you need to go through your document and identify to Word all the entries that will populate the list. So for a list of tables, you need to create an entry for each table. The entry in Word is called a caption. The way to create a caption is to scroll down to your first table and select your table title. Then you head up to the References tab and choose Insert Caption. For this example, we are creating a list of tables, so we need to change the label of the caption. Under the Options section of the dialog box, there is a line called Label. Click on the drop-down menu next to Label and choose Table. This should automatically change your caption. We are creating a table using the APA style guide format, so we're going to choose for the position to be above selected item, the selected item being your table title. While we're here, I also want to point out that you can change the numbering convention of your list of tables by clicking on the numbering button in the caption dialog box and choosing. For students who publish standalone chapters of their dissertation, the numbering convention of chapter, period, table number is very useful for their list of tables. So you can see here the caption now appears as table 1.1, meaning table 1 of chapter 1. So when you need to publish only one chapter, you don't need to renumber your tables. However, if you don't plan on submitting to a journal, the simple sequential numbering convention is fine, which I will revert back to right now, and click OK. Now that we've created one caption in Word, it will populate as a style in the Style section. So head to the Home tab, and then in the Style section, there should be a caption section that populates. Here it is. So we want to make sure that when your captions come through, that was a mistake, ignore that. It should match the formatting of the rest of your document. So head down to the caption style, right click, and choose modify. And then for this paper, it's a size 12 font. We want this to come through as bold and not italicized. And then of course we want the right color to come through. And now we want to make sure that the spacing as well as the font formatting matches. So head down to the Format bottom left button, and it'll come up with a drop-down menu. Head to the Paragraph tab, and then head down to the Spacing section. The before should read 0 point, the after should read 0 point, line spacing should be double, and click yes for don't add space between paragraphs in the same style. Click OK and OK. And now your caption comes through and it matches the rest of your document. Now I will create another entry so you can see what the full list looks like. So this is our second table. So we're going to select the table title, references, sorry, not insert citation, insert caption. Comes through as table 2, label table, above selected item, click OK. And now you have 2 entries for your list of tables. Now that we've created all our table entries by inserting a caption wherever there is a table, it is time to create your list of tables page. Head up to the page you left blank for your list of tables. It should be located after the table of contents and before the first chapter of your document. So since we're also going to do an example of a list of figures, I'll leave this second page blank, but here is the first chapter of of the document. So let's make sure that the spacing of this page is correct by selecting all the text, right-clicking, and choosing paragraph. And then once again, you make sure that the spacing reads before 0, after 0, line spacing double, and click yes for don't have space between paragraphs of the same style. And then click OK. Now that your spacing is ensured to be correct, write your page title, which here is list of tables, which should be in all caps, but not bolded and centered. Okay, now we're ready to actually create that list of tables. And the way we do that is by heading back up to the References tab and choosing Insert Table of Figures, which is located just to the right of the Insert Caption button. Seeing as we are creating a list of tables, we need to make sure that the label coming through that we're creating is a table, because sometimes it'll come through as a figure. We just need to make sure that the right caption label is selected in the general section next to caption label. And then we click OK. Now that the list has been populated, you can see that it does not quite match the formatting as listed on page 33 of the TWU Graduate School Technical Manual. The technical manual shows that the list of tables should be formatted as table number, period, table title, capitalized. However, due to the rigidity of Word's caption label system, we cannot format it to come through that way automatically. The way we fix it to match TWU's formatting is to simply edit the text. So you can click in to the entries, and here I'm going to zoom in so it's more, you can see what I'm doing a little bit better. So you can just delete table, do period, and then you would scroll down to the table title and copy the table title here. And I would just do the text so that you don't have any formatting issues. A word of warning, these manual changes you make should be one of the very last things you complete. This is because if you add any new tables or delete any tables from your paper and then need to update your entire list of tables, these manual edits that you make will be completely erased. Allow me to demonstrate. I did some formatting so that it matched TWU's formatting, but now I choose update field and I choose update entire table. Okay, and see, it reverts back to table 1. However, if you choose to only update page numbers only, it shouldn't affect any manual edits you make to your table. So I'm going to choose now to instead update page numbers only. So I undid what I so when I clicked update entire table, it removed that, and then I just undid that by doing Control Z. So now I'm going to update just page numbers only. Click OK, and see, no manual edits were altered. So just keep this in mind as you're making your edits, and that it should be one of the last stages in your process, just like with the table of contents. So now I'm going to scroll back through down to the table title, copy the table title, head back up, and choose paste, but keep text only so that there are no strange formatting issues that come through. And here's your final look. All the table number, period, table title capitalized. Number, period, table title capitalized. Nothing is in boldface type, and all table numbers are flush left. No indentation or automatic numbering. So what I mean by automatic numbering, I meant automatic indentation. Sometimes in Word, if you create a number and then you do a space, it'll automatically indent, but obviously we don't want to do that here. And so there's no indentation. For your list of figures, the only difference in this process is that you don't need to change is that you need to make sure that your caption label reads as a figure. So allow me to demonstrate. So here you would just choose, this is the figure title. You would do insert caption and choose figure. And then click OK. And then you would head up to that's your list of tables. Here's your list of figures page. Centered. List of figures. And you head to the references tab, start table of figures, and then instead caption label is figure. Okay. Then you do your manual edits because we want it to be number, period, figure, title, capitalized. So we head here and we sure it comes through like so. As you can see, no real difference in the process between the list of figures and the list of tables. It's just the caption label that you choose. Thanks for sitting through this demonstration and happy formatting, everyone.